I'm Seth.
And I'm Drew.
And this is
Nerd Leading the Nerd.
Welcome back. Episode 5 of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I mean,
Is this episode 5? Is this it?
This is the big tuna. This is where we're going to decide at the end of the episode if this belongs on the IGN Top 100 Best Video Games of All Time list, or if it belongs in the bottom of a virtual garbage can.
Yeah.
We'll let you know.
Speaking of tuna, what's your opinion on tuna, dude?
Ooh, I'm a big fan, actually. I like a good spicy tuna.
Okay. All forms of tuna?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I haven't found one I didn't like yet.
So because I'm not a fan of like the canned tuna salad, tuna sandwich. I'm not a fan of that.
Oh, dude, like I get those pouches that sort of like are pre-seasoned and you just squirt it onto bread. Like I like that.
See, that kind of weirds me out.
It weirds me out too, but it always ends up being pretty good. I toast the bread.
Okay.
And then I squirt it. It's like last resort type food. You know what I mean?
Sure.
This is really bogus that this guy.
Yeah, I know, dude. This guy's very into his job.
Yeah. I'm trying to sneak into this place, and I don't know if I can. Anyway.
Yeah,
back to tuna.
I'm not a like Charlie the tuna chicken of the sea. Like I'm not that kind of tuna guy. But like a seared ahi tuna, or anything in the sushi category, which I'm sure. A spicy tuna roll, like that's probably essentially like a canned tuna salad, but it, in a format that like I appreciate, or like sashimi. I get down with that kind of stuff, dude. I think it's honestly the color, like the color of a packet or a can of tuna is that weird like kind of gray, and it makes me sad. But the bright vibrance of like an ahi tuna. I'm here for it, man. I love it. It's buttery and it's melt in your mouth. I love a good like you get a salad with like the seared ahi tuna on it. Oh, so good, dude.
Yeah,
so good.
It is good.
And I prefer that over what most restaurants would give you as a steak salad, where they take a steak and they cook it up or whatever, and then they slice it and then throw it on top of your salad. Because 9 times out of 10, there's like gristle and other kind of crap in there, and it kind of throws off the salad experience. To be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy steak. I do enjoy a good thick piece of meat in my mouth, But I prefer my own. God. Sometimes things come out of my mouth that I don't know. I
need to pick him up. Pick.
Do you want to pick me up?
Okay. Yep. Here we go.
Okay. You're gonna throw him over, or you just put him in the bush?
Yeah, I just need to
like hide him.
I got lucky on that. I think that my dude over there didn't see.
Sure. I mean, there is still like a stain on the floor.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, that dude should have seen. You were in the light.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe this guy's like, I don't know, scrolling on Instagram or something, just like, I see what kind of thirst traps I can get my hands on. Or no, he's Spanish. I don't think I can do like a good Spanish accent. That's not questionable. So,
and that's not like gonna get you canceled.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's
gunners are deadly and can shoot from afar. Ooh. Oh man, where are the gunners?
I think that one's one, or maybe they're on the wall. I mean, he doesn't seem like he has a gun in his hand. Looks like oh no, he's holding something on his shoulder, right? No? It's kind of hard to tell.
So speaking of like questionable comedy and stuff, I've been getting inspiration from, like the Theo Vons of the world.
Yeah.
Kind of like pushing the envelope a little bit. And this is gonna, I don't know, this might actually hit home for you. And honestly, you're a good person to ask it. Did I take it too far?
Sure.
In this segment of Nerd Leading the Nerd, we're going to play Did He Take It Too Far?
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you a story.
Is it racist? No, sorry.
No, it's not. No, not even close. But it does involve a cat and the death of a cat. So I know that kind of hits home for you a little bit.
Yeah.
But my sister-in-law had a cat pass away randomly.
Oh.
And it was very sad. And like I you gave her a big hug, and I felt like super, super, super bad for her.
Sure.
And her boyfriend. So, we're all having a good time. They were like over at my house.
Okay.
And we were playing games for like, oh, shoot. For like an occasion.
Okay, yeah.
And
special occasion.
of course, like our family, my wife's side of the family always has to take everything to the next level and like make it a gambling thing. So they were like, let's put money behind this, and like whoever wins, like everybody throws in, they like win a gift card or whatever. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. Like, let's do it. Like I'm happy to contribute.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get away with this. Oh God, I gotta get this guy quick.
Double time.
So all right, so the one that literally just had an animal, pass.
Of course, yeah.
Wins, and she's like, "Hey, listen, like, rather than get us a gift card, like we just spent a lot of money, like having our cat cremated."
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, like that's cool. Like everybody was super cool about it, of course. And like, why wouldn't we? Like, just like we were already planning on like throwing the money in and everything for a gift card. So I make the, I'm like, oh, like I'm gonna like kind of make light of the situation. And I asked her, I say, does the crematorium have gift cards?
Okay.
Did I take it too? I mean, everybody laughed, and I thought it was funny.
Okay, okay. If everyone laughed, then you got away with it.
I did. I thought it was funny. I was like, hey, yeah, like, come on, like, can we laugh? Like, I just want to make them laugh a little bit.
Well, make them laugh. Drop your pants, squirt your face, make them laugh.
Or did I take it too?
No, okay.
There
is a. Well, I mean, if it just happened, like that day, because
it was pretty close. It wasn't that day, but
okay,
it was...
but time heals all wounds, and plus, if there were like libations involved, like that also kind of like loosens people up a little bit more.
Yeah,
so it gives them the opportunity to like take things a little bit lighter. However, and just this is just my experience. Most of the time when a cat passes, you take them to your vet, and your vet arranges for like cremation and stuff like that. I know I've heard of like mobile cremation services.
Well, I don't want to date the episode, but there was circumstances with holidays and whatnot that made it to where they didn't have a lot of like options. And I didn't even know that. Apparently, this is like going morbid quick, but like apparently, I like regular crematoriums will also cremate pets.
Oh, well, that's actually good to know.
I did not know that.
I did not know that either.
In a pinch, you can do that, and this was sort of in a pinch for them.
Yeah, but that's got to be a little bit more expensive, I would think.
And I think that's why like it got brought up. It was like, hey, like we'll. It's like that episode of The Office where everyone's like trying to buy Jim and Pam wedding gifts, and they're like, "We'll just take cash."
Yeah. No, I mean, I get that because
I appreciate it.
I don't know. Most people. I mean, I know I've bought plenty of gifts for weddings, and it's the dumbest crap. I'm the guy that. Well, not to be rude, but like. I'm the guy that is. I always try to buy like the weirdest thing that's on their list, which is always the thing that they're like, oh, let's just put it on here because it's like a goof. I'm the one that buys that stuff. Not the fondue set because I think that's like traditional. But I've had a fondue set in my life, and I think I used it twice, maybe 3 times, and then after that it was it. I would rather go to like the melting pot and have professionals make my fondue, which dude, this is such a great experience, man.
I've never been to the melting pot, by the way.
Have you been to a fondue restaurant?
Never.
Dude, okay, the next time you come into town, we are going on a date together. It's just going to be the two of us. We are going to the melting pot because it's a fun time, dude.
Yeah. It sounds fun. I didn't know that was sort of like more of an intimate. This is a sidebar here. I didn't know that was more of like an intimate-ish experience. And I had a boss once, and he's like, "Where do you want to eat?" I was like, "I don't know, like this place called the Melting Pot. It's like gets good reviews." He's like, "Bro, I'm not going to the Melting Pot with you."
Okay, you can go like as a group, but the reason why, first of all, like it is more of an intimate thing because they do have like 2-person tables. And some of them are like little booths that have like, you know, curtains and stuff so that you can, I don't know, like make out and be like gushy and stupid with whoever you're with there. Um, but the cool thing about it, and the reason why it is a little like maybe weird for you and your boss to go do, you are eating from the same pot.
Right,
So
you're double dipping, you know,
exactly. So, you know, you're because you'll have like, if you go for like the full meal experience, you know, you start out with like your cheese and so you're dipping, it's new pieces, you dip it in the cheese and you eat it, and then there's like the bouillabaisse, if you will, and then you throw meat and vegetables in there, and so yeah, dude, you're gonna be putting your stuff in stuff that other people have kind of eaten from,
and have put their stuff in as well.
Exactly, and then like the chocolate at the end too. I mean, I'll
tell you who I said that to, because you know this person and it'll crack you up to know who I said that to. But
was it old Casey?
No, dude. Okay, so I just want to like wrap up like that whole dark comedy arc.
Oh, sure.
I do think it's okay to like make light of things in like, and I kind of got that from Theo. You know, like he's good at like making comments about things he shouldn't, and it being really, really funny. And I just, you know, in that moment, I thought that was just kind of a funny thing to say. Got a laugh, and I'm like, you know what, like. Why take life so seriously? Even in tragedy, sometimes we need to just, you know, like smile, you know, because laughter is healing, man. If we learned one thing from Patch Adams, it's oh no,
yeah. I mean, laughter is the best medicine. I was waiting for you to go. Why so serious?
That too. I think I'm supposed to.
You know how I got these scars? My father was a drinker. One day, he came home and he viciously... I'm sorry.
Loot the body. Yeah. So anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it, and
that's totally
I stand by my comments.
I mean, a crematorium is definitely not. I think the reason why it's funny is because I don't think there is a crematorium out there that provides gift cards. They should.
That's why it was funny.
That's why it's funny. You know, if it was anything else within that same, you know, like, and I think like crematorium is again another thing that is like we don't really know much about it. You know, like if you said something like a graveyard or something like that, like, oh, does the graveyard sell gift cards? Like, I think people would be a little bit put off by that, to be like, oh, that's in poor taste, because we know, you know, cemeteries and things like that. Like we understand that a little bit. I think, you know, cremation is still a bit of an unknown. Speaking of, and I'm going to throw a little fun factoid at you. Mm-hmm. Did you know that when you or any other, like, you know, organic creature, I guess, is cremated, it doesn't look like what you get. Like you get a box of essentially powder of whatever size, whether it's a human or animal or whatever. Like it's dust. It's a dust consistency. They have to run the remains through a blender first to get that consistency.
Ooh.
Right. I did not know that. And
that's rough, dude.
Well, and I mean, okay, here's the thing. You're already burnt to a crisp. You're not going to feel being put into a Vitamix, okay? But no, I like wasn't. But if you think about it, when you have a fire in your fireplace, there's always like chunks left, like embers and chunks. It's the exact same thing with bones. Like some of the bones don't completely burn. It doesn't all come to a certain, like a powder. It looks much like a fire pit would after a bonfire. They also have to go through and like pull out any, like if you had a hip replacement or knee replacement or, you know, whatever. They take all that stuff out, and then they scoop everything up and they put it into a grinder, blender, whatever you want to call it. And then, pulse it until it becomes a powder. And then they put that powder in a box or an urn or some sort of other receptacle. And then they give it to you. And then you can go do whatever you'd like with said remains. You could put them into a coffee can, go to a cliff, and empty them out into the wind, where the remains blow back into your face and the face of the person that's with you. And unfortunately, it's going to get into your White Russian.
I don't want to be cremated, man, unless like there's no other option.
Yeah, I mean, it's cheap. It is cheap.
I want to be,
You want to be worm food?
I guess. I don't know. I don't like that either. I don't like any of it. I don't think I'll die.
Well, right. Well, you won't know. And we've talked about this in a previous episode, but to the worm food thing, another thing that I did not realize is when you are in a casket, when you're in a coffin, most of the time, those will fill up with water. So
Really?
Yes.
I thought they were sealed for some reason.
But they are, but not well enough. Because when you think about it, ground, there's groundwater. That's a thing. Like the soil will hold water, and then the pressure of you being in the dirt and in that space, most of the time you will fill up with water. Your coffin will fill up with water, and then it stays there. And so you become this sort of like corpse soup. And if you look at a lot of caskets, there's a plug on like kind of like on the bottom or whatever, and that's a drain port, so that they pop it out and then they drain everything out. I'm sure there are places. Well, I mean, in New Orleans, you're in a mausoleum, which I know is what you said you wanted to go for, but it is expensive to be in a mausoleum.
Yeah, dude. I feel like that might be out of the question.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I still have no idea. And personally, I don't make the final choice, to be real. It's whoever is dealing with my empty vessel that gets to make the final decision, unless I make my, claims made, or, like my mom, love you, Mom. She has already like set up all of her final processes and like prepaid for everything.
It's a very adult thing to do.
It is, and it's an odd conversation to have with a parent, that it's like, hey, don't worry, whenever the inevitable happens, just call them, they'll take care of everything, and that's cool. But also, I don't want to think about that. I love my mom. My mom is one of the coolest people on the face of this earth, and I don't want to imagine a world without her, because that would be a very bleak place.
Beautifully said.
Yeah.
How much time do we have left?
We got a little over 7 minutes, so we got some time. We got some time if you want to dive into something deep.
Well, no deepness. Well, the deepness comes here. Like, I want to decide. I want to get your 2 cents on what you think of this game. Do you think that it belongs on the IGN Top 100 Best Video Games of All Time list? Have you enjoyed watching me play it? And then I'll give you my final, and then we'll send these folks on their merry way to go on their own pirating adventures.
Yeah. Okay. As I've alluded to in previous episodes, I like this. The Assassin's Creed franchise, I think, is very solid. And, not having played any of the other games, I wonder how this would stack up against the rest. So, shout out in the comments if you have a differing opinion on what the best Assassin's Creed game is in the series. But this is cool, man. Who doesn't like pirates? I think that's kind of a fun angle. My only issue is that it is not you living in a time of true history, that there is a virtual reality kind of wrinkle to the whole thing. I'm sure if I was sucked into the story, I would get down with it, but that kind of bums me out, But no, dude, the game itself, fun. Would I play this? Probably. I'm gonna say probably, only because again, dude, I have so many things that I need to get to. I know Assassin's Creed should be on the list, but I don't know when I'll get around to it, to be perfectly honest. But this has been fun, dude. I've enjoyed watching you play, and I think this may be one of those games that it might be better to watch someone else play than to play yourself. So I'm curious to see your angle on this as you slowly bleed out on the deck of a ship.
Well, I'm running from him so I don't bleed out.
Oh, of course.
And I just shot him in the stomach.
Ooh,
hopefully I can just end him right now.
Oh, is he got like a hatchet or something? This dude is.
There we go. Got him.
Or was it a T-square? Is he an architect? Oh no, it was an axe.
I'm gonna reload my pistola here.
Pistola.
Dude, okay. I can honestly say, of all the games we've played thus far, this is the first game where I'm like, yes, I will be playing this game post us recording.
Very cool.
So I'm really excited about it. We missed out on a lot of the
lore and the story.
And that's just because we've been talking about like crematoriums and stuff.
Crematorium.
But yeah, dude, I think this is super fun. I'm actually getting more used to the idea that it's not like fully open world and like it kind of like jumps for me and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that is something that there is a learning curve to that. I believe that, especially with how so many things nowadays are open world and they don't need to be. Okay, not every game needs to be open world.
Hurts.
That does hurt. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I fell off the deck of the ship.
Yeah, dude, that's right. Oh. Hey, go for a swim. Oh no.
I gotta swim and avoid conflict. So yeah, I'm getting really used to that. I like the parrying and whatnot. How you say that?
I enjoy a parry as well. Yeah, parrying.
Where I'm parrying with folks like sword fighting and like shooting my gun, and it's really fun, dude. Like
as someone, my only like wrinkle is it's awesome, dude.
That was awesome.
As someone that knows fencing, it's hard for me to like get immersed in something where I look at it and I sort of analyze it in moves, as opposed to just enjoying where I'm like, okay, yeah, no, that's like watching you sword fight, and this is not you, this is just the mechanics of the game. It's like a lot of your strikes that land are easily avoided strikes, and that's just a part of the programming of the game. If it was really, really hard, it would suck.
Well, I don't like combo games. There's not much of a combo here, and that's what I like about it. Like, hit the A button to like sort of counter, and block their sword, and then.
Yeah,
I got to go down. So yeah, I mean, I think the controls are good. I think the game looks beautiful. What, 2013? I mean, holy crap, dude! This is a beautiful game.
Yeah, 2 years before Skyrim.
For the time,
after.
No, after Skyrim.
Sorry, 2 years after Skyrim. 2 years before Fallout 4. That's where it is. Because Fallout 4 was 15. Which is great, which is crazy to think.
Yeah, I mean, this game looks great for its. I mean, not even just for its age, dude. There's games that have come out since then that look way worse than this.
Yeah, that's such a, and it goes back to, we're doing a callback to the first episode of this run where companies are just rushing stuff, and first of all, you're making the gaming industry. From a programming perspective, you're making it a place where people don't want to work, and eventually, we're going to get to the point where programmers are going. First of all, either it's screw you, I don't want to program, and then it's going to be harder for you to find folks, or the rise of indie studios, which we're already seeing that, dude. I love indie games, and not Indiana Jones. I mean, I'm sure I'll like that game when I play it inevitably. But no, dude, indie games are on the rise, and I'm here for it. I think there's a few indie games that are on our list, and I cannot wait to dive into those games. Because, dude, it's they're the people that actually put the heart into what they're doing, and that shows, dude. It shows so much. And this is a game that was well taken care of. Now, granted, we are playing this years after the fact, so any glitches have been taken care of, and that's
Yeah, so I mean, I think you should pick up a copy of Assassin's Creed Black Flag if you don't already have it. I bought it for the Switch. It's a 2-pack. It comes with Assassin's Creed Rogue as well.
Yeah,
and it was not very expensive. I mean, it was relative. I can't remember exactly, but check it out. I think it's available on tons.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's available on tons of platforms. That's all I was going to say.
Yeah, and the fact that you're playing this on the Switch and it looks this good is a testament to how good the game would look on a newer system. And if there's a remastered version for current gen consoles, like, it's got to look even better. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'm not hating on the Switch, but there's certain things that you're like, oh, I'm going to buy that for the Switch, and I'm like, Why? That's like buying a Ferrari and driving it around a drive-through.
I just really like the being able to play anything on the go, and I'm obsessed with it. And it's funny. The irony is, I didn't used to play anything on the Switch on the go,
Portably,
but now I do, like almost exclusively, really. And
yeah, dude. I get that. People change, lives change, and hopefully we have changed something in your life today while we've been playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag on the IGN Top 100 Best Video Games of All Time. Our 2-year mission, journey, quest, burden. Hopefully you're enjoying it, and if not, tell us about it, because we want to know what we're doing wrong so that we can become better people, or so that we can say something snarky to you in the comment section. But I'm going to let Seth just kind of keep playing this and maybe like take down another pirate or two. But you can go about your day, and don't forget to catch us next week when we play our next game, and you can decide which game we play next. The information is in the description down below. It's the first thing that's there before you get into anything else. It's a great way to support the channel, but an even better way to support the channel is by liking, subscribing, and commenting, and sharing this with your friends, your family. Share it with your mom, share it with your pa, share it with everyone in Arkansas, okay? And don't forget to come back soon,
because we'll be waiting and playing this game.
Nerd leading the nerd.
We love to talk about all things nerdy.
Nerd leading the nerd.
We talk about pretty much everything we love here.
Nerd leading the nerd.
Seth and Drew are your friendly tour guides.
Nerd leading the nerd.
So sit back and relax and enjoy the ride with
Nerd leading the nerd. What? Nerd leading the nerd.